You pack your bags, Polaroid camera in hand, with a dream destination, just days away from being checked off your bucket list. But then you get the devastating news. You need a special clearance before you can even set foot in the country. This is the reality of many Americans in 2025. Countries where they got red carpet treatment now have special requirements before they enter the country. Thailand has introduced the Thailand Digital Arrival Card, TDAC, which must be completed by all foreign travelers before entering the country. Even European countries like Brazil and Italy have joined the new ETIAS system to track who enters the country. In this video, you'll discover 7 countries that now require special clearance before Americans enter the country. Before we dive in, please like and subscribe to this channel because this is more than just a travel update. It is how the American passport is slowly losing its authority. Stay until number 3. You will be amazed to see a certain renowned welcoming country on this list. Now, let me tell you why this travel update is making waves in the travel industry. The American passport used to be like a master key that gave Americans access to some countries without a visa application or any of those long processes. Americans could easily go to these countries as long as they have a valid passport. But now, things are taking a 360-degree turnaround. Americans can't enter these countries like they used to. These countries are slowly shutting their doors against them. Even countries that once begged for American tourists and investors are changing the rules. Let's talk about some of them. Number 7 on the list is Brazil. For years, Americans didn't need a visa to visit Brazil. It was one of the easiest Latin American countries for U.S. citizens to travel to. You and your friends could wake up on a cold weekend, plan a trip, pack your bags, book a flight, land in Rio, and enjoy the beautiful sunset with a caipirinha. No paperwork and no stress. But surprisingly, in 2025, that narrative has changed. This change started in January 2025. Henceforth, applicants who want to enter Brazil must submit financial records, a detailed itinerary, biometric data, and proof of accommodation while applying for visas. Tourism agencies are feeling the heat as well. Reservations are getting canceled. Delay in visa approval is becoming the order of the day. As a result, travelers are missing weddings, anniversaries, and business deals. Sadly, this might be the end of spontaneous vacations. They just can't happen anymore. But why the sudden turnaround? For a long time, the U.S. authority required Brazilians to obtain visas before entry. Now, Brazil is returning that energy and making things clear. No visa, no entry. That means equal treatment. Brazil is no longer taking chances. It is either Americans play by the rules or they stay in their own country. But Brazil isn't the only country flipping the script. Some European nations are making some not-so-good moves for Americans. La vida es buena en España. Sounds familiar? Your jaw might drop after this, but number 6 on the list is Spain. Spain has always been accommodating towards Americans. U.S. citizens could visit Spain for tourism for up to 90 days without a visa. You could just land there and enjoy the tapas, flamenco, and coastal sun. Remote workers especially enjoyed being here. They could work without disturbance. However, things are changing now. Spain has joined the new ETIAS system set to launch in the last quarter of 2026. This system requires Americans to register and gain clearance before entering. You can still visit Spain visa-free for short stays, but you also need the ETIAS requirement. Apart from that, Spain rolled out new background checks for digital nomads and property buyers. The authorities expect foreigners to show proof of income, criminal background, and health insurance before arrival. The tide has suddenly changed. But why? Well, the the government is responding to the complaints of the locals. They say Americans are the ones driving up rent and housing prices. Because of this, property purchases are blocked. Many Americans who used to travel freely to Spain are now facing rejections and delays. Spain is no longer lenient to Americans the way it used to be. A lot has changed, and Americans have to stick to the requirements, whether convenient or not. Europe is not the only continent bringing these strict rules and policies to the table. Let's travel down to Asia. Number 5 is Thailand. Thailand has always been a breath of fresh air to Americans. For years, Thailand has been the golden child of Southeast Asia for American expats. No visa stress, just street food, and a lifestyle that felt like a permanent vacation. It isn't just the low cost of living that is drawing them in. It is the combination of friendly locals, vibrant culture, world-class cuisine, and adventure on every corner. However, things are no longer the same. Thailand introduced the Digital Arrival Card, which must be completed by all foreign travelers, including Americans, before entering the country. Now, you must apply online, submit vaccination records, a financial affidavit, and sometimes a return ticket guarantee before you book that flight. But why this change? There have been reports of visa abuse and unregistered remote work among American travelers. Reports show that American travelers and other foreigners have exploited the visa-free system, not just for tourism, but for unauthorized business activities. There have been stories of illegal condo rentals to foreigners running unlicensed restaurants, tour services, or even real estate operations. But can we really blame Thailand for pushing back? Thailand has proposed to reduce its visa-free stay from 60 days to just 30 days for citizens of 93 countries, which includes Americans. Additionally, all incoming travelers must now fill out a digital arrival card, a system designed to tighten immigration checks and flag suspicious entries. Wait, it doesn't stop there. Thai authorities are also deploying joint enforcement task forces across major tourist hubs like Phuket and Pattaya to investigate foreign-run operations. Also, they tried to ensure that visitors are complying with local businesses and labor laws. Consequently, several Americans have been detained at immigration because of improper documentation or overstay assumptions. So if you're planning to stay beyond 60 days or work remotely, you'll need to check out the different types of visa you can apply for, depending on your reason and period of stay. Afterwards, you go through official channels and get ready for thorough scrutiny. You see, Thailand is not shutting the door completely. The government is just saying, you are only welcome if you play by our rules. Number 4, Italy. Italy has a blend of great culture, delicious cuisine, and the most beautiful landscape. It is popular for its ancient history, art, and architecture. It is home to some of the world's famous art and architecture, which includes Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper and Michelangelo's David. These are activities that can make a vacation or nomadic lifestyle worth it. No wonder Americans love frequent visits there, but not anymore. Starting from 2026, citizens of the U.S. have to request for ETIAS before traveling to Italy. Do you know why the EU is implementing this? It is because of the growing threat of illegal immigration. These ETIAS visa waiver forms are now necessary for all 60 visa-exempt countries that want to travel to Italy. This is an easier way to access and track those who are eligible to travel to the Schengen area nations. ETIAS will allow the authority to track and update visitor data from the United States. As long as you follow the rules and obtain the ETIAS, you are allowed to travel to this country for 3 solid months. Now, for the third country, can you take a guess? Before we go into number 3, please like this video and subscribe to this channel if you're enjoying the updates. Number 3, United Kingdom. U.S. citizens have been traveling to the UK without hassle for years. You just need your valid passport and maybe a return ticket, and you are good to go. Now things have changed. Americans must now apply for the UK Electronic Travel Authorization, ETA, before entry. This pre-travel process is now mandatory and can be done online. All you have to do is upload a passport photo, scan your face or passport chip, and give answers related to job, address, travel history, and background check. But why all these protocols? The UK government introduced ETA as part of its Nationality and Borders Act 2022. The government aims to tighten border security and bring the UK in line with global digitized immigration systems like the US ESTA or Canadian ETA. Isn't this amazing? Number 2 on the list is Switzerland. Americans have always enjoyed the beautiful nature of Switzerland. There are a lot of good things to enjoy here. You can get some good chocolate, delicious cuisine, and a multilingual culture. You don't need any paperwork. With your valid passport, you could book a flight and have a bucket list of places to try in Switzerland. But that was in the past. Some things are no longer the same. In 2025, Switzerland adopted stricter entry protocols as part of its alignment with the EU's immigration standards. Americans must now pre-register with ETIAS, disclose their financial capacity, and confirm their purpose of visit. This is because Switzerland wants to curb foreign influence in sensitive sectors like banking and real estate. Before traveling, you have to provide notarized financial documents. And the worst part? Some Americans have to undergo serious interrogations about their past travel in sensitive regions. So, what does this policy change mean for you? Now, you can't just plan a simple trip to Zurich. You need some serious planning. It's more than having a passport and financial capacity now. You have to follow the rules. And now, to the number 1 spot on our list. You are certainly not expecting this because this place used to be the escape hatch for Americans. Number 1, Mexico. In the past, U.S. citizens could visit Mexico for up to 180 days with just a passport. However, things are changing for those who have an American visa but are from other countries. This means you can have a valid U.S. visa, but if you are not from a country that is eligible for visa-free entry, you will need to apply for a visa. There has been a rise in the number of visitors to Mexico, especially from Latin America. To manage migration flows and enhance border security, the Mexican government has updated its visa policy. So before you pack your bags to Mexico next summer, make sure you check if your home country is eligible for a visa-free entry. But why is Mexico changing its rules? Locals are complaining that foreigners are responsible for the increase in food and rental prices. In response to this, there have been protests going on and a rise in anti-American sentiment in coastal towns. The lawmakers feel the pressure to act quickly, and the consequences are hitting Americans really hard, as they are not entirely safe on the streets of Mexico. There you have it, 7 countries with their different entry requirements. If you paid attention from the beginning till now, you would notice a trend. These countries demand transparency, accurate documentation, and respect. Hence, before you plan your next mini vacation or getaway, make sure you research and prepare. A good place to start your research is this YouTube channel. Whether you want to travel for work or vacation, we have the necessary information to get you started. Remember, if any of these countries decide to accept you, ensure you don't overstay your welcome and adhere to their rules religiously. But what do you think is the hidden message that these countries are trying to pass? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this video eye-opening and useful, hit the like button and subscribe. Oh, don't forget to share with a friend or family member who might need it. See you in the next video.